We know Mr. Brown to be a nice person. However, are you aware of the worst thing he's ever done? This video will show you some of the worst things he has ever done.
What does the term coup de grace mean? And don't you dare say cutting the lawn.
Number 10, we have Mr. Brown asking Ali a very
Means the
difficult
final
question.
stroke. It's French.
Oh, blimey. I'm having enough worries learning the English.
Well, it's in fairly common usage. 10p, please. Thank you.
Number 9, we have Mr. Brown getting his
Now,
class
all
in
you ought to
trouble
do
just to
is be
clean up a
very
Jamila's
careful
mess.
that nobody sees you, all right?
What are you doing here?
Yeah, well, I suppose you could say it was an extracurricular activity.
Sir, excuse me. He's stuck.
What are you doing with that jar?
Try to get it out.
Yeah, well, it's a long story, Miss Courtney. I'll explain later. Let me give you a hand. Look, pull.
All right, I've been watching you lot. Just what do you think you're doing?
Would you believe we were putting things back?
No.
I didn't think you would.
Well. Regular little Fagin, aren't you?
I can explain, Sergeant.
You're not going to show me your driving licence again, are you?
No.
That's a relief.
You see, we were actually trying to return the goods. I mean, ask the students.
Quiet!
Now, look here, Sergeant. It was obviously just a misunderstanding, and I see no reason why you should pursue this any further.
I'm sorry, madam.
Miss, if you don't mind.
Yes. Well, I'm afraid I shall have to make a report out on this affair.
Oh, look, couldn't you just forget it ever happened?
No.
Well, I'm sure your police charity fund wouldn't say no to another contribution, Sergeant.
Well, we're always grateful for anything, sir.
Shall we say another £5?
That's very generous of you.
Oh, right. Right, come along, everybody.
Just a moment, Mr. Brown. Where are you going? I've not made out my report yet.
Yeah, but I've just given you £5 to forget it.
Oh, no, sir. You very kindly donated £5 to our charity fund. It wasn't meant as a bribe, was it, sir?
No.
Good. Now, let's take a few names. You, madam. Sorry, Ms.
Courtney.
Thank you. You, sir.
Sí.
What's your name?
Por favor.
How do you spell that?
That's not his name.
Oh, giving me a false name, eh?
Por favor.
I'll come back to you, Mr. Por Favor, or whatever your name is. You,
Yes, please.
what is your name?
Oh, no. What is not my name?
I don't want to know what your name is not. What is your name?
And I'm telling you it is not.
You, what is his name?
9.
Aha, now we're getting somewhere. Mr. 9.
That is not his name.
You just said it was.
You ask me if his name is what, and I tell you 9. What is not his name, but also not 9.
Going round the bend. What is his name?
Absolutely not.
Not what?
That is correct.
What is your name?
Wrong again. He's not here.
Who's not here?
What? Now, who is not here and what is not here neither?
You're all balmy. Mr. Brown, if I promise not to proceed with this report, will you do me a favour?
Yes, what is it?
Get these crackpots out of here and promise never to bring them back, even if they've committed murder.
Number 8, we have Mr. Brown locking Rex and Giovanni out of their coop.
Hey, our light's just gone out.
Mr. Brown must be wanting to sleep.
We better go to the disco.
Okay. It's locked.
Hey, professores!
house was very quiet. Nothing could be heard. Yet the old lady could almost feel a sense of evil. She listened. The silence was oppressive. Suddenly there was a knock at the window.
Yes, Sergeant. Oh, it's not you again, madam. Are you sure it's not the same fellow? There are two fellows. Look, I suggest you just sit there and wait. Go round and see your neighbour and wait till the constable arrives, eh?
No. Come in.
Oh, please excuse me. The front door was open. I did knock.
Oh, sorry, I was asleep.
There's burglars on my balcony.
You sure?
Yes, I saw them. Evil-looking they were. They'll be rifling my drawers now. The French window wasn't locked.
Oh, I see. All right, well, leave it with me. I'll go and see what they're up to.
Oh, do be careful.
Yes.
What are we going to do? Break the window.
Max, Giovanni, what are you doing here?
Well, you locked us out. Yeah, we knocked on the window next door and the woman screamed and ran away.
Oh, she thought you were a burglar. You better get inside. Just a moment. I'll go and get the beer. No, I'll get it. You stay here.
Right, everybody, listen.
Number
I
7.
want to read you all
We
my
have
letter
Mr. Brown
of
swapping his
resignation.
root resignation letter for Sultan's love letter.
No, I am definitely resigning with £100,000 I no longer need to teach English.
That's true.
Right, dear Dracula. This is to inform you that I think you are a rude, obnoxious, and self-opinionated old dragon. And if ever I see you again, it'll be too soon. Yours disrespectfully, Jeremy Brown. Right, Ali.
Yes, please.
Do me a favour and see that Miss Courtney gets this straight away.
Jolly good.
Thank you. You see, I thought I'd won a... Pardon?
I want to hold you in my arms and kiss you. You did write this letter, Mr. Brown.
Ah, yeah, well, not to you.
It's the letter you were writing for that Hungarian student.
Yes, you see, what must have happened...
You don't need to go on. I mean, it's obvious he's been smitten by my charm and beauty. I have told you before, Mr. Brown, that I do have this strange fascination for the opposite sex.
Oh, yes. Very strange.
You may not believe this, Mr. Brown, but when I was a young girl, I was very plain.
Cup of tea, please, Gladys.
Everything okay, Mr. Brown?
Yes, I must have put Zoltan's letter to his girlfriend in my envelope to Miss Courtney.
Hey, he's not gonna be very happy.
Why not?
He's just gone to give the letter you write to Miss Courtney to his girlfriend.
What?
Number 6. We have Mr. Brown losing Ranjit's hard-earned money.
Well, that's another day over, Sid.
Yeah, worse luck.
Yeah. Oh, I'm always glad to get home.
You wouldn't say that you was living with my missus.
Hello? What's the matter?
Here. It's full of bees and honey.
Whose it is?
I know whose it is now.
Oh, don't you think you ought to take it into the police station?
Don't be Piccadilly, Gladys. Fine as its keepers.
Oh, Sid!
Sitting comfortably?
Oh, no, I'm standing.
Ranjit, come in. Sit down. Have a cup of tea.
There isn't any tea.
Ah, well, I'll get you one.
Miss Courtney said you had something to tell me?
Yes, Ranjit, I am human. And you are human, and human beings are fallible. I mean, I'm fallible and you're fallible.
No, I'm Punjabi.
No, what I'm trying to say, Ranjit, is... Well, I have lost your money. Did you hear me? The money you saved up to go and visit your mother with, but I've lost it.
Number 5. We have Mr. Brown made Rihanna think Ali is cheating on her.
Mr. Brown
he
will
did not.
see you now.
Sorry about that. Come in, Rahana. Sit down.
I am wanting to be asking you something.
Yeah, well, before you do, I've got something to tell you. Please sit down.
been waiting.
Yes. Look, firstly, tell me something. Do you love Ali?
Oh, yes, very much indeed.
Good, good. Well, what I have to say is rather delicate, but you and Ali are both sensible, intelligent people.
Thank you.
And you've been married for almost 2 years now, and you've now got a lovely little baby.
Yes.
Well, I want you to know that I understand how these things can happen.
What things?
Well, not babies, but, oh, look, let me put it another way. When two people have been married for a while, sometimes familiarity creeps in. Two people living together, doing the same things day after day, seeing the same faces. It's only natural that occasionally one of the parties feels that something is missing, some excitement, perhaps. So it's not unusual in these occasions for one of the parties to meet somebody else, to try and recapture the first flush of romance.
Mr. Brown?
Please, let me finish. Let me say just one thing. The vital question you must ask yourself is whether to lightly throw away what you have already for some passing infatuation, or to rise above it and start afresh. To err is human, and to forgive, divine. That's all I have to say.
Oh, I see.
Now, what was it you wanted to ask me?
No, it is not important now.
Well, Mr. Brown, how did you manage?
Extremely well, I think, Miss Scott. Oh, sorry. I was very tactful, and, well, I think she got the message.
Yeah, are you all right? It is Mr. Brown. He is telling me something terrible.
What is it?
It is my Ali. He is having an affair with another woman.
Number 4, we have Mr. Brown attempting to bribe a police officer.
I'm understanding. That is a fine.
No, it's not exactly a fine. Let's just say it's a little gift.
Gift?
Yes, it's an old English custom. I scratch your back, you scratch mine.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
That's right.
Very well. What are you being itchy?
No, it's not.
Sure.
God, Heffney.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Are you Mr. Brown?
No, he's Mr. Brown.
I was speaking to him.
Yes, you were right first time.
Who are you?
Ali Nadim.
No, I am Ali Nadim. You are Mr. Brown.
Yes, Ali, I'll do the talking, all right? You just leave it to me. No, I'm sure we can sort this out, Inspector.
The Commissioner looks after promotions here, sir.
Yes, well, you look like an inspector. I'm sure it's only a matter of time. May I compliment you on your station and what a wonderful job you're doing?
Thank you, sir. Now, about this young lady.
Yes, I expect you'd like to have a look at my driving licence.
What for?
Oh, to verify my identity.
You said you were Mr. Brown.
Yes, but you want some proof, don't you?
Look, if you tell me you're Mr. Brown, I accept that as the truth.
Yes, but I could have been lying.
Were you lying?
No, he's definitely Mr. Brown. He's telling the truth.
Ali, I insist you look at my driving licence.
Oh, very well, if it'll make you happy. Is this yours, sir?
Pardon?
This £5 note, it was inside your driving licence.
Are you sure? It could have dropped out of your trouser pocket.
Oh, yes. And dropped upwards, I suppose, onto the desk.
Oh, you might have had it tucked up your sleeve.
Yes, and I could have a couple of doves up the other, but I haven't. It was definitely in your licence.
Yes, Sergeant is correct. I remember you putting it there not a moment ago. I forgot. It was just before you said you scratch my back and I scratch yours.
Thank you, George Washington.
No, I'm Ali.
Yes, Ali, just be quiet, please. Now, Sergeant, about this young lady.
Yes, the accused.
Yes, well, remember British justice. I mean, a person is presumed innocent until proven guilty, and this poor lady is innocent.
I know that.
I mean, just because she's an immigrant, you can't go picking... Pardon?
Oh, she pinched the book, all right. But she thought it was Bakshi. See what it says on the front cover?
Free inside, colour supplement.
That's right.
Oh, and she thought the whole thing was free.
Yes.
Well, then it's not her fault.
If anyone's to blame, it's the person who's been teaching her English.
Yes, it's not always easy. Well, if that's all, we'll be getting along. Come along, Jamila.
Oh, but I tell you, Master.
Before you go, sir, would you like to make a donation to our police charity fund?
Yes, well, you've caught me at rather an awkward moment.
What about the £5? You remember, sir? The one you thought you never had.
Oh, that £5.
You know what they say, sir? What you've never had, you never miss. Unless, of course, you knew it was there all the time, in which case it would come under bribery and corruption. You scratch my back, and I'll scratch yours.
Before we head to the top 3 on this list, here are some honourable mentions.
Blimey, you are dropping a clinker.
You mean clanger?
Yes, please.
Yes, well. Right, let's continue with our lesson. Get out your textbooks. I'm going to give you all a few exercises.
Scusi, professore, sir. I can't do any exercises.
Why not?
I've got a bad back.
Excuse me, I was looking for him.
Ah, at last. A pity you didn't arrive half an hour earlier.
Why?
You might have saved me a great deal of embarrassment with a certain African gentleman.
Oh.
Yes, he was a school's inspector, but I mistook him for you.
You thought a gentleman was me?
Yeah. The silly fool tried to pretend he was a student and sit at the back to try to catch me out, but I saw through him.
I gather you think he was a bit stupid.
Oh, definitely. Thick as a brush.
What's his name, Mr. Kenyon?
Yes. Do you know him?
I should do. I've come to collect him.
Ah.
I'm his wife.
Oh, blimey, yes. You have dropped another clinker. Oh, blimey. You are putting dogs in tins to eat?
I think I've heard enough.
They are better than they were.
They could hardly be worse.
She's absolutely right, you know. Some of you are very behind with your English. I mean, I spend a lot of time preparing these lessons, and some of you don't take them half as seriously as you might. It's time you all put your shoulders to the wheel.
What wheel, please?
Learning. I think you better stay a half hour extra tonight.
It's Friday night. And I got a date.
Well, I don't care. I want you to do all the exercises on page 53. All of them. And you don't go until you've finished.
72.
72. Right.
Cheers, good health.
Ah, good health. There we are. 72p, please.
Didn't I see you take a drink of my lager?
Yeah, but it was only a sip.
Oh, yes, I suppose you were tasting it to make sure it was fit to drink.
No, it was purely accidental.
I have a good mind to report you to the brewery.
Well, frankly, I couldn't care less what you do.
Your attitude is typical of the working class mentality. It's people like you that are ruining the country. You're nothing but a peasant.
And you, sir, are a bourgeois snob. 72p, please.
I refuse to pay for a drink that has been contaminated by your lips.
Oh, I see. Well, all right, don't pay. You have it on me. There you go.
Well, come along.
Number
now,
3.
it's time we
Mr.
open
Brown
the gate.
stealing a woman's
Oh,
coat.
well, Mr. Papandreou, I wondered if you'd be awfully kind and get my coat for me. I think it's hanging on a rail in the office.
Oh, no.
Now, what's the matter?
It doesn't matter. See you at the fete.
Number 2.
See?
Mr. Brown
See what
stalking
I
Regina.
mean? Where is she going? What is she doing? Who is she seeing?
Well, you wait here. I'll follow her and see where she goes.
I cannot be staying late tonight. I think Ali is getting suspicious.
And number 1.
Inspector,
You might have guessed
isn't
it.
a little
Giving his
unusual
students
for the
homework
police to bring so many
irresponsibly.
defendants before the bench at one time. The dock seems a little overloaded.
The case is rather unusual, madam. The accused, though acting individually, did in fact commit the offences collectively.
Mr. Brown, have you anything to say before I give judgment?
Yes, Miss Corley. Yes, Your Honour. I beg the court to show clemency in this case. These poor unfortunate people are guests in our country. They have journeyed from their native lands to our shores to learn our mother tongue. Why? Because they admire our English way of life, with its long tradition of hospitality, free speech, justice, and above all, fair play. They have committed no offence in their eyes. They were merely carrying out their duties as they saw them. I mean, one only has to look at them to see that they are not criminals. I'm sure the court will find them innocent. If anyone is guilty, it is I.
Thank you, Petrocelli. regard to your impassioned plea for mercy, the court tends to agree with your remarks. The accused are more misguided than mischievous. Therefore, the court finds the defendants not guilty. However, the court agrees with Mr. Brown that if anyone is guilty, he is. To have sent out these poor, unfortunate students on such foolhardy errands is highly irresponsible. It is a pity that the court cannot punish you. But be warned, Mr. Brown. If you ever come before this bench again, for whatever reason, you will be severely dealt with. The court will adjourn.